he just, like I said, he was just all around, hey, if I can help you, I will. If I can't, I won't. I'm just, you know, whatever you need me to do. Good person. I was 19 years old in July, and then we married. September I started dating him, and we married January the 4th. After that, before September, October, November, December, January, 5 months. And this coming January the 4th will be 54 years. Well, sure. If you want to make it fun, you make it whatever you want to. You can have fun, or you can have disputes. I'm not going to say we hadn't had some intense moments, but if it's there, it'll last.
DeBerry Engraving Company, engraved stationery. I just run a press and fed stationery, the letterheads and envelopes through it, and stamped a return address on it. 19 years old. It's fun. I love that.
Well, if he worked a regular job, he worked 40 hours a week, but he didn't work a regular job. He worked anywhere from 50, 60, 65 sometimes. If he worked 7 days a week, he worked 70 hours a week. Well, it was kind of scary, but you know, you got to stop and sit down and think about it too, and think it over, and think who's in control of it. We have good doctors. He's got some good doctors. And the medicine today is so up on it that they're more advanced in the knowledge of medicine today than they was back then. Well, before he had cancer, he had to have open heart surgery, and he had 2 of them in 1 week. And then he had to go back, I can't remember how many years after that, and he had the arteries first time, 5 bypasses. Then he had to go back for an a valve put in. He got a pig valve. He's had 5 surgeries on his legs, and then they found out he come up and he's had this cancer come up in the colon. It was here 1 year ago this past September, and now then it come back again and a year later, and it has been a year this past October since it was here the last time, and there's no signs of it. They take the test and they say it's in remission right now, but they're continuing this chemo so that if it were to come back, they would be ahead of it and wouldn't have to put so much medicine in him. Well, really and truly, he's not had any difficulty. He's just been weak from taking it, and he's not been able to get out and do like he wants to do. He can't get out in the yards and work in his yards. He can't do this. And he still goes and feeds his chickens and takes care of them, and he don't, we can't get out and go. We don't need to be out amongst the people because we don't want him to catch something, because when you're taking chemo, your immune system is down, and it's so low that you might catch something, and we don't want him to catch pneumonia or colds and things like that, because it wouldn't be good for him. I did have cancer. I had melanoma on my right wrist, and this May will be 13 years ago. I had to take 15 treatments for it. Well, it was scary to start with. I'd never dealt with cancer. I'd never been around anybody that had cancer, and I didn't know what it was. But after I come through it and seen, the Lord showed me which way he could take me and what he could do with cancer if I just had my faith in him, and that's where I had to put everything. Faith in him. Well, he never bothered anybody. He just never was nobody to bother anybody. He was just, if you need him, he was there. If you didn't, he wouldn't bother.